Yeah, I'm really proud of our team. Great year, all things considered. Played against a really good Tennessee team. They're a lot better than their record indicates, in my opinion. But yeah, be proud of our crew. I thought our crew was represented ourselves really well. Yeah, so it was a great year.
All right, thank you, Coach. At this time, we'll open the floor up for questions for the student athletes. Once again, any questions for the student athletes, please raise your hand and we'll get you a microphone. Start with Bob up front.
Bob Sutton with the Associated Press. Maddie, it looked like the offense was going pretty smooth in the first quarter. What kind of changed after that?
Yeah, I think the momentum kind of swung a little bit, and we kind of got a little bit passive. They kind of switched into a zone, so we had to kind of change our offensive tactic, kind of where we were going. So they switched up their defense on us, so I think our momentum with how we were at first going at it kind of had to switch a little bit. So, yeah.
Okay, let's go up here.
Lindsay Gibbs with Power Plays. Obviously, you can tell you're both pretty emotional right now. Can you describe what you're feeling and kind of what the mood was like in the locker room, what you guys were saying to each other?
Natalie, could you go first?
Yeah, it was pretty sad, not going to lie. I love playing for this team, and I love playing for Coach Borseth here, and I'm just sad it's all over. And
Matt? Okay, go.
sorry. No, go ahead.
Maddie?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. They were a really good team, and they kind of proved it. And it's sad that it's over and we lose some great people like Natalie. But, yeah, we have nothing to be sad about. Really, our season was great and everything to be proud of.
Let's go back to Lindsay.
Natalie, you are a senior. What's next for you?
That's a good question. Yeah, I'm going to be finishing my master's degree in cybersecurity, so that's what's next for me so far. But yeah, I got a lot of free time now, but we'll have to figure that out.
Let's go back to Bob.
For both players, what was it about Tennessee's size and height that was so challenging?
Maddie, could you go first this time?
I think this was the biggest and probably strongest team that we've played all season long. So I think kind of coming in, we were like, well, we're a little bit undersized, but that's okay. You know, it's about what's inside, not necessarily what's physically. But I don't think coming in we were too scared about that. But when we got out there, you know, they're a tough team. They're big girls. They're tough girls. And so I think it was a little bit challenging when we got out there, but we played with them for a while.
Natalie, do you have anything to add?
No, I agree with Maddie. We were playing with them, but it's tough when they're all way bigger than you, and then you get fouled, and it's tough.
Let's go back there.
What's this experience been like with 5 or 6 girls coming back next year, Maddie? What is this going to do to motivate you to get back to the tournament again?
Yeah, this experience has been something that we'll never forget. I mean, all of us besides Natalie have never been here before, and the opportunity is unbelievable and incredible experience. And so with a bunch of us returning again, we're going to keep fighting to come back here, and it's going to be good to have that experience under our belt.
Kevin, when Tennessee made some early perimeter shots, did that just heighten the problems you might have in trying to defend them? Or
They made everything. They shot really well. I mean, they were 70% in the second quarter, 65% in the first quarter. That's pretty good shooting. Now, granted, some of them were over smaller people. Some of them, every time we made a mistake, we went underneath 0 3 times. And 3 times she hit a 3. We weren't supposed to go under. But they made shots when they had to make them, obviously. And then, of course, now you're battling around that rim, and all we could do is foul them around there. We got quite a few fouls around there. But that size is a pretty big factor.
Other questions for the coach? Let's go to Lindsay.
How does this compare to the previous tournaments that you've been a part of, and what are you going to take primarily from this season?
Well, anytime you play in a national tournament against a big name, be it Tennessee, be it Oklahoma, be it LSU, you're playing against some pretty good teams. You know, you go back and you look at Tennessee's losses, they lost 4 games early in the year when 2 wasn't playing. And they lost 5 games, 3 of them to South Carolina and 2 of them to LSU. That's 9. That's 11. That's 9 losses out of their 11. So they're pretty good. And they almost beat South Carolina. So this was yeah, they're a good team. That's all I can say. We had to play perfect, and even at that, I thought they played really well, and they've got some players that can play. I thought we held 2 down, and she had 24 points. But we spent a lot of time substituting people in and out with a lot of foul trouble. But yeah, national tournament's a national tournament. You're always playing against really good teams. We'd have liked to got a little closer in score, obviously, but I think for the most part, we our kids represented themselves and the university really well. I was proud of that.